Is Hakimi better than Alexander-Arnold? Here is our 1 vs 1 opinion. Who has more goals in 2022/2023? Achraf Hakimi or Trent Alexander-Arnold? Arrow down. Achraf Hakimi's has the following offensive skills. He has 5 goals and a total of 8 shots on goals. This results in a goal conversion rate of 8%. He had a total of 0 big chances. Expected goals can only be provided to logged-in users. Trent Alexander-Arnold has the following offensive skills. He has 2 goals and a total of 7 shots on goals. This results in a goal conversion rate of 7%. He had a total of 0 big chances. Who has more assists in 2022/2023? Achraf Hakimi or Trent Alexander-Arnold? Arrow down. Regarding the passing and playmaking skills, we can see the following picture. Achraf Hakimi has a total of 2 assists, 16 key passes. These are passes leading to a shot on goal, and he created a total of 0 chances. Trent Alexander-Arnold has a total of 10 assists, 25 key passes, and he created a total of 0 chances. Another important metric to measure the player's performance is the pass completion rate in general, and more importantly the pass completion rate into the opponent's box, because this is where most goals are made. Achraf Hakimi has a pass completion rate of 0% for passes into the box. Trent Alexander-Arnold has a pass completion rate of 0% for passes into the box. Expected goals, expected goal build-up and expected goal chain value are only visible to our logged-in users. Who is better in defense, Achraf Hakimi or Trent Alexander-Arnold? Arrow down. Let's have a look at Achraf Hakimi's and Trent Alexander-Arnold's defensive skills. Achraf Hakimi has a total of 4 blocks, 20 aerial duels and a total number of 3 tackles. Trent Alexander-Arnold has a total of 6 blocks, 42 aerial duels and a total number of 3 tackles. Here is a stat comparison between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Achraf Hakimi. There is no doubt that Trent Alexander-Arnold and Achraf Hakimi too are one of the best right-backs in the world at present, and one must not take these comparisons so seriously. This article will tell you about a stat comparison between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Achraf Hakimi. Can you guess who has made more appearances for his national team? Trent is in an absolute form right now, as he is the second highest assist creator this season. Just because Hakimi doesn't have as many assists as Trent, doesn't mean he is not a world-class player. Most assists this season. Thomas Muller, 21 games 18 assists. Trent Alexander-Arnold, 20 games 10 assists. Domenico Berardi, 21 games 10 assists. Florian Wirtz, 19 games 9 assists. Mohamed Salah, 20 games 9 assists. Dimitri Payet, 20 games 9 assists. Hakan Calhanoglu -20 games 9 assists. Oscar Trejo, 20 games 9 assists. Kylian Mbappe, 21 games 9 assists. Christopher Nkunku, 21 games 9 assists. The 23-year-old is looking forward to become the best defender in the world. He is the top assist creator in the Premier League this season. We get instructions, of course, but I'd probably say we've just been given a lot more freedom on the pitch, and on the right-hand side, to interchange positions and for it to flow, Trent told on Liverpool's website. Also read, Robert Lewandowski vs Luis Suarez, all stats you need to know. For instance, you might find me inside in midfield and maybe Hendo out wide and Mo as a striker, or just rotating all the time. It's understanding where we want the ball and how we can help each other's games and, hopefully, take it to another level, Alexander-Arnold added. Answer to the question above, Achraf Hakimi. African All-Stars. Features. Opinion. Borussia Dortmund. Premier League. Wolfsburg. Liverpool. Wolfsburg vs Borussia Dortmund. Bundesliga. Both wonder kids seemingly have the world at their feet and look set to dominate the position for the foreseeable future. By Achraf Hakimi's recent standards, too long had passed since the rampaging Weidmann was last involved in a Borussia Dortmund goal, so Saturday's strike to seal a 2-0 win over Wolfsburg was timely. The wingback was on the receiving end of a Jadon Sancho pass in the 78th minute to complete a sweeping 11-second counter-attack that saw Lucien Favre's side transition from back to front in typical fashion. It was normal service being resumed for the English teenager just as much as it was for his North African teammate. Sancho's last goal contribution, incidentally, came against Borussia Mönchengladbach in early March, when he again played in Hakimi, which represented the Moroccan's last involvement as well. In that Borussian derby, Sancho had come off the bench as he did in Saturday afternoon's encounter, and the pair's continued understanding has been one of the many positives in Dortmund's season. Hakimi's goal, his fourth of the campaign, and 10 assists take his total Bundesliga contribution for 2019-20 to 14, which is the highest of any fullback in the German top flight. Indeed, his overall contribution beats every fullback or wingback in Europe's top 5 leagues, except one, Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold, who scored twice and assisted 12 in the Premier League. To many observers, this realization wouldn't come as a surprise given the pair are regarded as the leading fullbacks of their generation and are widely tipped to dominate for years to come. Trent, 21, has risen exponentially under Jurgen Klopp's management to become the Reds' primary creator, as evidenced by his assist numbers and big chances created. The England defender has set up a staggering 16 clear-cut chances in the Prem, only bettered by Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne, who has created 23. This number trumps many on the continent, too, with only Angel Di Maria, 32, Thomas Muller, 25, Serge Gnabry, 21, and Lionel Messi, 22, comfortably ahead of the youngster across Europe. Hakimi's tally of 9 big chances created pales in comparison with the Liverpool fullback, 7 fewer than 2019 Champions League winner, so it's slightly unusual that both have similar assist figures. The disparity, though, could be because Alexander-Arnold acts as the European champion's primary creative source, while the Dortmund loanee plays a secondary role to Sancho, who has 16 assists and 15 clear-cut chances, in Lucien Favre's system. Fascinatingly, a deeper dive into both fullbacks' chance creation numbers presents an even more glaring difference. The Moroccan's expected assists reads 5.28, which is far lower than his assist haul of 10. By contrast, TAA's XA of 9.83 is close to 12, his actual assist figure this season, given Hakimi's relatively low numbers for big chances created and the gulf between expected assists and real haul. The African's return may be unsustainable going forward. Be that as it may, the fact all of his 10 assists have come from open play, as opposed to his English counterpart who's on set-piece duty for Liverpool, is commendable. The Dortmund man's versatility may well trump Trent's, as he's featured in a plethora of wide roles at the back and in attack this season. In fairness, there's been no reason to play the PFA Young Player of the Year contender away from his primary right-back slot, but his technique and ability on the ball suggest he could thrive in a wide right role or even in midfield if necessary. Furthermore, the repeated criticism of Alexander-Arnold, besides his defensive weakness, sees him reprimanded for losing possession inordinately in nearly every game. However, this notion by observers fails to consider how ambitious the 21-year-old is in possession. Critics admonish the Liverpool fullback for giving the ball away 31 times in the Reds' 3-0 defeat by Watford, a game that brought a halt to the Merseyside club's unbeaten league run, but this statistic was even higher in the Champions-elect's 4-0 win at Leicester City in hard-fought 3-2 success at home to West Ham United. Against the Foxes, his best performance of the season, he gave the ball away 37 times while this number was 35 when the Reds played the Hammers. Still, he provided 2 goals and scored 1 against Brendan Rodgers' troops and set up 2 at home to David Moyes' side. Indeed, given the risky nature of his passing, it's expected to have many attempts go awry.